What's up, everyone? Victoria here with popculture.com with another episode of Pop Culture at Home, and I am joined by the none other, the most beautiful Christy Carlson Romano. Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Hello. Hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm so good. I'm so excited to talk to you today because I've been just a longtime fan of yours, and I feel like you're doing fun things these days, so I'm excited.
Yes. A lot of random things, but a lot of fun things for sure.
Well, this has been quite the challenging year, I think, for everyone. It's been an eye-opener. It's kind of forced us all to come out of our shell a little bit. So I have to ask, how are you and your sweet family doing during this quarantine lockdown? Like, how have you guys been?
We've been holding it down pretty well, I think. I'm actually really proud of us. I think my husband's been amazing. My husband was a Marine, is a Marine, and
We love
he
that.
has. Right. Thank you. He always says, thanks for paying your taxes. He's so crusty about it. But he's like so inspirational to me at times of crisis because he's seen crazy things. But when it comes to the way that we were starting to prepare for whatever we didn't know was going on with the food and the mail systems and stuff, we came together, and my type A-ness and pack ratedness mixed with his survival skills. Let me just tell you, Victoria, we have now chickens, okay, that
Oh my
provide
God, I love that.
on my birthday, how I celebrated my birthday, because my birthday was March 20th. And
Late
it
birthday.
was, thank you. It was the worst birthday ever. It was like the day that everybody decided that like this got real. And so everyone was in a panic.
Yeah.
So literally I was installing a chicken coop in my backyard on my birthday. Like,
It'll be one to remember at least.
that's what I said. I was like, you know what? I'm making this known that I made a chicken coop on this birthday because it's emblematic of everything else that was happening around this whole experience. And I had my second baby not too long ago. I mean, it's crazy. She's almost 2 now, but
Yeah.
and this year we were even talking about before, this year is almost like approaching to being in the holiday season, which we all know once it's September 1st, it's Christmas.
Oh,
so
I have friends busting out Halloween decorations already, and I'm like, guys, at least just wait till September. No
well,
judgment.
I listened to holiday music yesterday and even this morning. I was like, I think it's helping people get by, like, I think like feeling stagnant and then having something to look forward to. I've kind of always been like that anyway. If anyone knows me from my Ren Stevens days, I'm very,
Yes.
I'm a little similar to my character in that way, where I'm a little type A and I'm like a little bit wanting, I'm a little extra when it comes to the holidays in particular.
Nothing wrong with that, girlfriend. Nothing wrong with that. Let me tell you something. I usually love rushing into the season, but I was like, I just feel like we've been on lockdown already. And I'm just like, I feel like once that season starts, we tend to coop up anyways in the house. But I will say a few days ago, I was having a craving for a fall candle. So
hey, they're on sale right now. Bath and Body Works. I know they're on sale. They're happening.
I may have already bought some. I'm just
good for you. Yes.
Well, good. I'm glad you guys are doing well. So you have a YouTube series. Of course, all of us are from the 90s, early 2000s, even Stevens, but you've got your own YouTube series that you do some pretty hilarious stuff on there. You had a Blindfold Bake Off recently.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tell me kind of about this. What kind of made you start the series and what fans can kind of expect from, that whole world?
100%. So I started my YouTube channel a couple years ago, and we've hit the milestone of having, over 200,000 subscribers, which, they send you a plaque and, you're on your way. And then COVID hits and things kind of change, So we've had to pivot a little bit, but we've had a lot of fun. So I started off doing a show called Christy's Kitchen Throwback, which is my main cooking show on my channel that has a bunch of nostalgic stars that I've worked with or haven't worked with and wanted to see, haven't seen them in a while, from, all the movies that you've been talking about or that you love and you miss.
Yes, that's what we love. I saw the Super Bowl one where you had your on-screen brother come on.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Nick Spano, yes. And we had so much fun because we hadn't seen each other in a little while. And I'm happy to say that we were able to do COVID precautions and film 3 big episodes. So those 3 big guests that I can only say, I'm like trying to see if I can give you some clues.
Some clues.
as to
Oh,
who they are.
are they from Disney Channel?
Disney. So they're from,
Okay.
I'll give you 3 clues because there's
Okay.
3 guests. They're all from Disney Channel.
Okay.
2 are guys, 1 is a girl.
Okay.
And 2 are on the same, we're on the same show together, and 1 was on the show with me.
Ooh.
That is all I will say.
Okay.
But it's really fun to keep people guessing.
Exciting. We love this.
Yes. I love it because I was really missing filming that show. I was missing what I felt really tied my entire YouTube channel together. But so then in the wake of that, Brendan and I were thinking about other stuff we could do. My husband is my producing partner, which is very convenient.
Love it.
And I converted my dining room into a set, which you can see is the Blindfold Bake Off. You can't really tell that it's the dining room, so I guess that's good, right?
Not at all. I never would have guessed. Never would have guessed.
I had to do my set decorating skills were on point. And I'm very happy with the outcome of the show. Basically, we're taking guests of all backgrounds, whether they're celebrities or whether they're YouTube celebrities, and trying them out in this show to do this like blindfolded bake off. You decorate a cake blindfolded. It's just simple. I can't believe no one's done it before.
I was thinking the same thing when I first saw this. I was like, how is this not, out of all the cooking shows that we have, how have we not seen this? Because it's so simple, but it's something that it's just like, it makes it that much more interesting, because I watch the fact that you guys were even able to put things on things. Like, I don't know how you did it.
It is interesting because once you deprive yourself of that one sense, and then you have to like rely on the touch, or, you know, even the trivia questions that we have in the show are designed to kind of set you up to, if you win, you're able to take the blindfold off and kind of fix what you do. So it is a really interesting show to film, and it's fun. Even though I am the contestant and co-host to my husband, it is fun to interact with the guests in that way, because the loser gets an industrial strength pie to the face thrown at them. And that's just funny. It's a good show. And so what I found is, you know, we've also got, I'll do a little plug for this. I mean, there's not just these 2 shows now. We've built out 2 more shows, and one of those shows was picked up by Fox. It's called.
Congratulations. That's so exciting.
Thank you. That is a really cool thing.
Outside of that, or is it just you've got a show potential getting picked up?
So it's outside of my YouTube channel, but it's freely promoted on my YouTube channel. But it's in, and of course I'm sure that they would want me to promote it here, because it's called Bucket List Bistro. And I and my husband came up with it in terms of trying to think of COVID friendly content, right? I was like, honey, like, what do you want to do? You know, Fox is asking us to pitch them something. Let's think of something, right? Well, we're all stuck inside and we're all stuck home, and we have all these wild imaginations about where we would go, you know, if we could right now, like, where would we go? And I was like that before, because I've been a mom of babies for the last like 4 years. So I'm already been quarantined in my own way. And so I've already had fantasies, right? And so the idea for Bucket List Bistro is that you're getting transported and escaping while watching the show and eating food from the places that might be on your bucket list. And again, it's a simple concept, but why hasn't anyone done the show? I don't, but we're doing it, and they are really happy with our footage, and they went ahead and let us know that now it's going to be streaming on Hulu.
Christy, I'm about to be your biggest fan.
Please watch it, because my husband and I, we like cooking together, and we bicker. And it's fun to watch. So
it's great. Absolutely. And we need content like that. We need content that's going to make people laugh, that's going to make them smile, because these are really dark times, and they're scary and they're uncertain, and we don't know what's next. We don't know, like, is this going to be a cutoff line when it's 2020 ends? Is 2021 going to bring something better, or how is that going to work? So, you need wholesome content to keep people's spirits up. I completely agree. I think that's why when people ask me about my career as a sort of a child actor, teen actress, somebody who did obviously some characters that were very strong-minded women and very positive role models for young girls, and they ask me about it, and I always, even back then, was very proud of that. But now more than ever, now that I have 2 daughters, I'm really proud of the fact that I can look back at those times and that work. And even though I have to lean into it sometimes with my nostalgia brand and nostalgia content, I've made peace with the fact that that's a positive thing, you know, that
that the world needs more of those images and positivity. And so with the new things that I've been approaching, it's been some of that same kind of tone. And I'm really excited about it.
Oh my gosh. Well, and let's transition into the nostalgia because I'm one of them. You and I spoke before this, like I was literally watching Even Stevens like a week before we got this ball rolling for this interview. What do you have what was your like most favorite moment? Like what's like the one moment that stands out the most when you were working on the set of Even Stevens that you can think of that's like fun and like that just really stood out to you? I'm sure that there were plenty, but
yeah, there were plenty, but I would think the musical, right. Filming the musical episode stood alone as an experience in filming Even Stevens because it was so different than the rest of the episodes. And there was such an emphasis on my performance because I'm the one that was the musical person in the cast. And when they found that out, they decided, let's give her this. And it ended up being a very important episode for the face of Disney Channel as a whole. In fact, Gary Marsh called me a couple years ago because they were celebrating the milestones of Disney Channel's history because I think they were celebrating 30 years or something like that. I don't remember exactly what anniversary it was, but he said, I want you to know that the musical episode was one of the milestones that we've had as a Disney Channel. And I think it really opened the doors to High School Musical, and then all of this musical content that you're seeing that Disney Channel puts out, The Descendants and Teen Beach Movie, all of the fun stuff that really is a throwback to the stuff they used to do with Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah.
So I really do feel like my show was shaping, and more specifically that episode was shaping the future of the Disney Channel. So I'm so glad to have been on the ground floor of all that.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I just loved Even Stevens. And that's so exciting to hear that you were part of something so, I mean, like historical almost because, where the Disney Channel is now and where it was even before Even Stevens, like it's all so pivotal and it's so great. And it's just, I don't know, it's been really nice to see every now and again. Listen, I'm 30 years old. Every now and again, I like to go look at the Disney Channel just to see what's going on. I really like The Descendants. I really think The Descendants was, I think, a big win for them because I think it married the Disney brand of magic with the modernness that they need to reach the audiences, whether it's the tween audience, and then it's also got to be appropriate for younger kids that are in the house. I mean, they're walking a tight line. It's very hard for Disney to want to keep up with the times without violating the concept of it being a family-friendly, wholesome, safe space where, we used to say that it was, you could leave Even Stevens on or Kim Possible or any of those things and you could walk out of the room as a parent and know that your child was watching something okay. And now as a parent, it's like, I very much am aware of what my kids are watching at all times. Yeah,
so
absolutely. Good. Well, and you mentioned earlier too, that you're someone who kind of leans into that nostalgia and that platform that you've set because you see some child stars, some teen stars come out of the Disney world that want to break away from the Disney world. But it seems as if you have really used that and embraced it and brought it into your YouTube series for people like me that watch it and are like, yes, oh my gosh, it's the cast we loved. So that's great that you've leaned into that.
For sure. I think there's nothing wrong with I never had, I guess, an issue with it. I think in my 20s, actually, I played with the idea because a lot of people were telling me that that's what I had to do. A lot of people were like, well, you need to be on the Max of magazines and you need to be on this and that if you're going to have a future, if you're going to have a career. And that just really wasn't me. I think that's a really fascinating question. I don't know why I haven't really thought of that recently. I don't care that people think I'm a goody goody, I guess.
There's nothing.
I think it's positive. Because I know I'm not a goody goody. My husband knows I'm not a goody goody. You know what I mean? I am a complex person. But if I can stand for something that's positive, then why not? That's pretty much where I'm at with that.
Well, listen, what are you watching these days? What's big for you? What's got you kind of leaned in when you get some time? Because obviously being a mom and a wife is 2 full-time jobs, but what are you watching these days?
Yes. That's what parents do. Like we wait till the kids go down and then at like 10 p.m., like we're cooking HelloFresh or whatever, like trying to frantically try to make a nice meal for one another. And then we binge something, And so we've been binging Umbrella Academy, which and Doom Patrol. Yeah. You would like, if you like magical realism, then you would like, I don't know. We love Harry Potter. We're like big Harry Potter nerds.
Yes. I love Harry Potter. I watched it way back in the day, and I feel like I went on a binge because I had not seen them. They were doing, I forget what network was doing them back to back, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is so great. I have something to do for the next 2 days.
Exactly. And with the, well, I'll do a Twilight now and then, but my husband doesn't. My husband, if I'm like extra moody, like around Valentine's Day, I do like a Twilight-thon. Yeah. And we actually had on my YouTube channel, we had Boo Boo Stewart, who's in The Descendants and also in Twilight. And so he's a double hitter for me. And so I was kind of a fangirl when he was on my show, and he was so cute and such a nice guy. And it was really fun to do like Twilight trivia with him. And I was a big fan.
Love hearing stars that like people like me fangirl over when you guys fangirl over someone else. That's so great. It's like music to my ears. I love hearing that.
I'll be honest, I'm a little jaded, so it is a few and far between thing. But yes, there's certain things that make me fangirl, and that is Harry Potter and Twilight. And yes, so we are into the magical realism thing, and I can't help it. I just love that stuff. In fact, I don't know if I can mention this too, but I have plans to direct my second feature. My first feature I had directed was a really fun feature called Christmas All Over Again. That's, streaming, and you guys can watch that when the holidays come. But it was really cute. Lionsgate, released it. Yeah. And it was a couple years ago now that I did that. And so I had the kids, so I don't have time to direct. But now I think I'm at a point where I could approach this as my second feature. And this feature is called the Santa Family Survival Guide. And it's essentially like Santa Family Survival Guide. So it's another Christmas movie.
I'm hinting that you're a Christmas fan, right?
Girl, I had my first baby on Christmas Eve.
Oh my God. It was meant to be, honestly. I love Christmas. My favorite, once I get through all my fall candles, it goes straight into Christmas. The Pine, the Hallmark Channel, the Everything Christmas, anything that you can find on a streaming platform. That's so exciting for you.
So, it won't come out this Christmas, I would think. I mean, that'll be a really fast turnaround. But I do enjoy the holidays very, very much. So let's get those candles burning.
I know, girl. Well, and that's what I was going to ask. You're so good at this. You're like answering all my questions before I even get to them. I was going to ask, what's next for you? I mean, God, it sounds like you have a list of things keeping you busy between the show and the film. And what else do you have in your bag?
Thank you so much. Well, we do have a surprise show that's a little edgier coming out on my YouTube channel. We will be premiering it I think it's like next week or so.
Oh my God. So soon.
It's very soon. We have several episodes already, and I don't know if I could say too much about it except that there's going to be impressions.
Oh.
It's going to be more of an impression show where I'm donning a lot of colored contacts and wigs.
I love so much that you give us such great hints. We got a lot to work with here, and I'm going to keep my eyes out for that because, oh my gosh.
Yes, please subscribe to the channel, and there's, you hit likes and notifications and like all that, and you'll get to see all the stuff as it comes out every week.
Christy, you're amazing. I love just based on this conversation alone, what you stand for, what you're about. I love that. I think you're doing a wonderful job. Obviously loved you on Even Stevens. I love you even more following you on your YouTube channel and on Instagram. And I just love it. So thank you so much for your time today.
Well, thank you. You're amazing. You're the best interviewer ever.
Well, thank you. I take that to heart. Thank you so much.
Yes, I don't say that lightly.
Well, oh my gosh. Okay, great. That's a great compliment. I'll take it. Everyone, for more on Christy, Carlson, Romano, and your other favorite celebrities, make sure you keep it right here at popculture.com.